Hello, everybody, and we made it to Wednesday. Happy All Hallows Eve to those who celebrate. And we are bringing back On Deck Baseball Pro to the channel here. Welcome to After Further Review. I am your host, Steve Tower, and we are very excited to showcase the latest release for On Deck Baseball Pro, Best of the Best 7, and we will be featuring two of the teams from that set, the 2003 Florida Marlins and the 1956 New York Yankees. Did want to give you guys a quick look at the other teams, some of the players that, and specifically some of the illustrations that really caught my eye. So working forwards here in chronological order, we start with the 1905 New York Giants. And I can tell that somebody involved with designing this game has an affinity for catchers because there are some fantastic catcher illustrations on these cards. And news just broke there in the chat room. So for all my viewers here tonight, the link is live right now for both this set and the Best of the Best 8, which is another collection of 8 new teams, including the 2001 Arizona Diamondbacks. So both of those are live right now. If you click the link in the show notes, it'll take you to the page for the set number 7, but then you can find set number 8 there as well. So all right, so here is the catcher for the '05 New York squad. There is Joe McGinty, Christy Matheson. Really like these old time drawings here. The really small gloves, the pillbox hats, and had to show this one just because who wears a sweater nowadays. That was awesome. Really like that one. Moving up to the 1911 Philadelphia A's. Got Frank Home Run Baker with his 11 home runs that season. Eddie Collins. There is Eddie Plank. And finally, Big Chief Bender. And then another Negro League team is in this collection, the 1938 Kansas City Monarchs. So fantastic that that league is being represented here in On Deck Baseball. And of course, you cannot have the 1938 Monarchs without Buck O'Neil, a young Buck O'Neil here in the 1938 set. And then we're jumping ahead in time here to the to the roaring 70s, and I may have put a couple extra ones from this team. This is the 1977 Chicago White Sox, and boy, oh boy, just a fantastic collection of long collars and sideburns, fantastic glasses. This is a really fun one. I had to include Richie Zisk just because I can remember my older brother had a collection of mugs from around this time, probably a couple years later, and I it was one of the first baseball memories that I have. He had one, and it said "Pitcher at your own risk" to Zisk, and that always stuck in my head. So there is Richie Zisk from the '77 squad. Brian Downing, and had to include this one, Jack Bromer. Just look at those majestic sideburns. Also a really cool illustration. And there is Chris Knapp as well, because anybody wearing glasses on the field is fantastic there. And then Wilbur Wood, another good player with sideburns. And then we have the 1984 San Diego Padres, of course, with Tony Gwynn. Another fantastic catcher illustration there for Bruce Bochy. And there is the Goose. And boy, I want to say that this is this the 5th version of Goose Gossage in all your various sets, or at least the 4th, I believe. But so there he is, the well-traveled Goose. There's Craig Lefferts. And then finally, we have the 1997 Baltimore Orioles, of course, led by Cal Ripken Jr. I had to give a shout out to Eric the Red, Eric Davis, and one of his his mini comeback years. Actually batted pretty well there. He had lost his power and his speed, but could still get on base there. Hit for a pretty good average that year. There is the Moose, Mike Messina, and there's another shout out to the 1990 Reds. The closer this year for the 97 Baltimore squad was Randy Myers. Locked down 45 games for them that season. So there you go. So there's a quick peek. If you want to see all of the players from this set, you can check out the On Deck Baseball YouTube channel. And Ian just put up a couple of videos for this and number 8 that will show you all of the players from those. So, all right. And then here we are with our featured teams for tonight. The Yankees will be the home squad. But we will be using a DH just so we can showcase some more players and then not have to worry about pinch hitters so much. So there we go. And yeah, so big shout out once again to Ian and to the illustrator for this game. Really brings these players to life. It was so cool going through the 03 Marlins squad because that was a really fun team, and hard to believe that was already 21 years ago, but it feels like just a few years. So it'll be the speed of the Marlins taking on the majesty and power of the Bronx Bombers. Whitey Ford, the chairman of the board, will be the starting pitcher for the Yankees, and Josh Beckett will be towing the mound for the Marlins. World Series MVP Josh Beckett. So let's see how they do. So the speedy center fielder Juan Pierre comes up to the plate, and we are just about ready to get underway. Welcome to everybody joining me. Looks like we've got a nice lively crowd in here. Bill from High Volume Games is here. Bill, one of the biggest Marlins fans that I know. Glad that you could join. Indeed, a long 21 years for sure. Robert from the RGL Network joins us. Welcome, Robert. Thanks for being here. Edward Thomas is here. Let's see. Ian, of course, from the On Deck Baseball Network joins us. Bob Tabletop Sports is here. Welcome, Bob. Adam Anthony. Let's see. Frank Burgo joins us as well. And let's see. Is that everyone that's shouted out so far in the chat room? Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope your week is well. And everybody's ready for some trick-or-treating tomorrow. All right, so here we go. Whitey Ford finishes his warm-up tosses to Berra. And away we go. Anybody that hasn't seen me play On Deck Baseball before, normally the game only uses 2 D10s. I supplement it with an additional 2. The clear, the white die, will be used for the pitcher-batter confrontation roll. The blue and the red will be used for our column and row lookup for the results. And then if needed, the green die will be where the ball has gone to. So now we're ready to go. Oh, and also if you have not seen it before on my channel, this is a fantastic 3D printed board from Al Wilson at 3D6 Gaming. You can go to 3d6gaming.com and pick up your own. He has several different baseball versions. Football, soccer, hockey. I believe that's what he has right now, but really cool 3D printed board, and always good to get baseball on the channel so I can break that out. All right, here we go. Juan Pierre steps in, and we are underway. Our first pitch here at 9:11 p.m. Eastern Time. Lefty Whitey Ford against the lefty Juan Pierre. So it's going to be a -1 to the roll, but it's still going to be an 8. So Juan Pierre will win that confrontation. And a 5-1 is going to be a situation. First batter of the game, we get ourselves a situation. So when you get a result with the asterisk, we will go to the situation matrix. We won't go to New Jersey, at least not yet. And let's see which player is going to be involved in the situation. It is going to be the second baseman. Uh-oh. So the situation, something going on with Billy Martin at second base. Let's see. I say Miller Lite is better because of its great taste. Let's see what Billy says. Let's see. We get a 6. Batter hits a sharp ground ball that bounces off the first baseman's glove. The second baseman tries to complete the play at first. So we're going to have a roll, combine it with his defensive rating. So Billy Martin, a fantastic second baseman. He has a 4. So a roll plus 4. Let's see. Plus the, I guess minus 4, sorry. And then plus the batter's speed. If it is less than 9, the batter is out at first on a 3-4-1. Oh boy. All right. So sharp ground ball bounces off Collins at first. Martin scoops it up, and he is trying to throw to Whitey Ford covering Juan Pierre. The speedy Juan Pierre. Let's see. So he has a speed of 5. All right, so speed of 5 plus 5 is 10. Let's see. Oh, and then the minus 4 is going to bring it down to a 6. So no, great play. Heads up play by Martin. He is going to just nab Pierre for your standard 3-4-1 out at first. There we go. Some fireworks to start things off. And a great play there by Yankee Billy Martin. D. Scott Howard joins us. Welcome. All right. That'll bring up Luis Castillo, second baseman for the Marlins. 1 down, nobody on. Boy, and Castillo is going to win the confrontation here. Oh, but a 9-4. He is just going to miss getting a single. Instead, he will fly out to right field. And there are 2 down. Here comes Pudge, the catcher, Ivan Rodriguez. Rodriguez in his lone year with the Marlins and his lone World Series championship. Let's see. So he is it's going to be a +1 to the roll. So he will win the advantage, but a 9-1 is again going to be a fly out. And he'll fly out to the Mick in center field. And 1, 2, 3, go the fish. It is Florida nothing and New York coming up to bat. And here comes World Series MVP Josh Beckett. Beckett with one of the all-time classics, shutting down the Yankees in Game 6 of the 2003 World Series. And, of course, then he would go on to win another World Series with the Red Sox a few years later. Let's see how he does here. Hank Bauer in right field and leading things off for the hometown Yanks. Here is the pitch, and that is going to be, so Beckett, let's see, he's a -4, -3, -3 to the righties. Bauer is a 2 against righties, so that's going to be -1 to the roll. That'll be Beckett in control. Uh-oh, but a 9-9. Oh, he's going to pitch a meatball to Bauer, who's going to hammer it into straightaway center field, and he will end up at second base. A leadoff double for Hank Bauer. And that'll get the crowd into it. All right, and that will bring up the first baseman, Joe Collins. Joe Collins is at first tonight, and their other first baseman is going to be their DH. So Bill Skowron, I decided to give Joe Collins the start. I was a little surprised. I actually had to look up the World Series box scores for the Yankees that year against the Brooklyn Dodgers, and I was really surprised to see Joe Collins batting second. But indeed he was. I guess the feeling was to get a lefty there in the lineup. So no, 9-9 on Beckett's card is a double. All right, so here comes Joe Collins, runner at second base, and nobody out. Oh, whoops. Forgot to move that thing back. So Beckett here from the stretch. Beckett is going to win that confrontation, but he's going to roll high again, and that is going to be a single. Let's see. It is a single into left field. Bauer does have decent speed. Let's see. So it is Cabrera in left with an arm of 3. I don't think they're gonna send him. Nobody out, and Mantle and Berra coming up to bat. So I think they're gonna be happy with having runners at the corners, nobody out, and here comes the mighty Mickey Mantle, and this has got to be one of the best hitting cards I think you'll ever see in on deck baseball. A very small area of strikeouts, surrounded by a smaller area of groundouts and a couple of flyouts. A lot of chances for a sacrifice fly, and then right into column 4, already he can start drawing walks, and then of course that big block down there of home runs. This was a season he hit 52, batting .353. My goodness, what a season for the Mick. Also walked 112 times with 100 strikeouts. Crazy season there for Mickey Mantle. All right, so here we go. Beckett is in trouble. They'll try for the double play here. They'll trade a run for 2 outs, but Mantle is thinking other things. Let's see what happens here. Switch hitter Mantle, so he'll be batting from the left-hand side. So he's at a +1. Oh, doctor. Mantle will win the advantage. And a 9-7. He is just going to miss a home run. It's going to be a long single into left field. That will score a run. And the Yanks take an early lead. 1-0. 3 straight hits for the Bombers. All right. And Beckett realizing how lucky he was that it is not more than 1-0, but it does not get any easier here, as here comes Yogi Berra, who had himself a pretty good season in 1956 as well. 30 home runs, 298 average, and just 29 strikeouts. Crazy. I finally watched the documentary about Yogi Berra, and was just amazed. I will admit that I didn't ever really do a deep dive on Yogi Berra's stats, and the amount of times that, or I should say, the few amount of times that he struck out in seasons is just crazy, for sure. Very, very good player and ambassador for the game. He is very much missed. So here we go. Berra with a chance. He could blow this game open early. Beckett is going to get the advantage. And a 5-1. Ooh, he's going to get Berra to hit a grounder. Let's see. He grounds. He is going to ground to Lowell at third. And a very good infield defense here, especially at the corners. Lowell with a defense of 5. All right, so they will try to turn the double play. So, Mantle, let's see, with a double, oh boy, yeah, so Mantle is, unless we roll a 5, he will be out at second. So there's the 5-4 to get Mantle, and now Berra trying to chug down here. Castillo with a defense of 3. And no, Berra will leg it out, so they just get the 1 out at second. So that will put runners at the corners as Berra reaches on the fielder's choice. All right, so Berra at first, Collins at third. Here comes the DH, Bill Skowron. Bill Skowron, a good season too. 308. Well, no surprise. This is the world champion that year. 308 average, 23 home runs. Let's see. Can Beckett get out of this? Or will the Yanks put some more runs on the board? Let's see. Beckett. Boy, oh boy, he's going to win the confrontation, but again, he's going to roll high on his card. And an 8-8 is going to be another single. So another run is going to come in. That's going to be a single to center field. So a run in. Berra will hold at second. And it is 2-0 Yankees. As Collins trots in. So an RBI single for Bill Skowron. And the inning continues. Still just one out. And here comes Eno Slaughter, who I was surprised to learn played a season with the Yankees late in his career and played pretty well that year. 289 average, and he's their starting left fielder and pretty good on defense there. So let's see what he can do here. Lefty against righty. And let's see. He is a... actually better against lefties. So it's going to be a -1. Oh, and that will work to his advantage because he will win. And then a 2-6 is going to be a strikeout. So Slaughter goes down swinging. And we've got 2 outs. But here comes Billy Martin. Billy Martin, who made that fantastic play to lead off the game. And he has a chance here to put another run on the board. Beckett trying to keep this a 2-0 game. Martin steps up. Let's see. This is going to be advantage Beckett, and I think a 7-1 will do it. Yes, Martin will hit a grounder to short. They will take the short out at second, and that will do it for the first inning. So 2 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. 2 runners left stranded. And after 1 full, it is Florida 0 and New York 2. All right, so here in the second inning, Ford is going to face the 4, 5, and 6 batters. Here comes a Spelt Miguel Cabrera, playing in left field for the Marlins. Let's see, with 268 average that year with 12 home runs. Of course, he would go on to hit a lot more home runs and win a couple of MVPs with Detroit. Let's see what he does here. Very good against lefties. So this is going to be a +1 roll. He will win the advantage, but a 6-2. He's going to get under 1, and he will fly out to the mick in center field for the first out. 1 down, nobody on for the first baseman, Derek Lee. Derek Lee, a fantastic season in 2003. 31 homers and a .508 slugging percentage. Ford kicks and deals, and Ford will have the advantage here. And a 4-4, he will get Lee to ground out to third. That is carry to Collins for the putout. 5-3. Now here comes the Florida third baseman, Mike Lowell. Mike Lowell, a really, really good season in 03 with 32 home runs, a .531 slugging. And somebody who was almost a footnote in the trade that sent Beckett to the Red Sox. He was basically a throw-in, and then he had a little career resurgence with the Red Sox, and a big part of their 07 World Championship team. And a fantastic card here. I like that artwork on it. All right, so oh my goodness. And Ford is going to throw a breaking ball that is not going to break. That ball is far. That ball is deep and gone to straightaway center field. Mike Lowell with just a no-doubt moonshot. And he has cut the lead in half. And it is now 2-1. Florida. That was the first hit allowed by Ford. He had retired 5 in a row. But boy, oh boy, that is gone now. My goodness. All right, and here comes the DH for Florida. Jeff Conine. Let's see what he can do here. Conine, kind of a utility player that year for the Marlins. 238 average with 5 home runs. Let's see. Ford in control, but a 9-7. He's going to lay one in there, and Conine with a single. And the inning continues for Juan Encarnacion. It does not get easier here at the bottom of the order. Juan Encarnacion with a 270 average and 19 home runs for the Fish in 03. Let's see. Whitey Ford now starting to sweat a little bit. Is there 2 down, but he cannot get that 3rd out. Let's see. It's going to be -1, but still Encarnacion in control, and a 7-7 is going to be another single. That'll be a single into straightaway center field. So now they've got 2 runners on. The go-ahead run at first base, and here comes the shortstop Alex Gonzalez. 256 average with 18 home runs on the season. Let's see what he can do here. Yes, I agree. Jeff Conine, an underrated player for sure. All right, here we go. Can Ford get out of this? Boy, oh boy, he was cruising, and then the Lowell moonshot kind of broke him out of this. Let's see. This is going to be, he is -1. Oh, so Ford going to be in control, and a 7-7. Oh, he's just going to miss. Giving up another hit. So Gonzalez flies out to center field, and that will do it. So the Marlins cut the lead in half. Boy, it could have been a lot more. 1 run on 3 hits, 2 runners stranded. It's 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the 2nd. All right, and here in the bottom of the 2nd, we'll have the 8, 9, and 1 batters due up. Gil McDougald, the shortstop tonight for your New York Yankees. And let's see how he does here. 311 batter on the season. 13 home runs, not bad for your number 8 batter. He will win the confrontation, but a 3-3 is not going to do it. He's going to hit it right on the screws, but at Gonzalez at short for the line out. So 1 out, bases empty for the 3rd baseman, Andy Carey. Andy Carey, a 237 batter on the season, 7 home runs here out of the number 9 spot. Let's see, he is only a 2, so it's going to be -1. He'll still have the advantage, but a 5-1, not going to be enough. That's going to be another line out, this time to Lowell at 3rd. So 2 up, 2 down. Back to the top of the order we go for Hank Bauer. Hank Bauer led off the bottom of the 1st with a double. Later came in to score on the single by Mantle. And yes, indeed, I am wearing an On Deck Baseball t-shirt. I figured this was a good opportunity to break it out. All right, so here we go. Beckett trying to pitch his first 1-2-3 inning. Oh, I don't think that's going to do it. Bauer in control. A 7-6 will be a walk. So Bauer works a 2-out walk. And the inning continues. Here comes Joe Collins. Collins 1 for 1 with a single, and came around to score on the single by the DH Scourin. Here is the pitch. Let's see. He's batting left, so it's going to be -2. So Beckett in control, and 1-7 will be a strikeout. All right, so no runs, no hits, 1 runner left on. We will head to the 3rd inning. New York still on top, 2-1. Florida will have the top of their order. coming up here. Juan Pierre had that, what could have been a single, but instead just your routine 3-4-1 put out. He'll come up here for his second at-bat of the game, and the chairman of the board in control there, Pierre, with a weak grounder to second base. Martin has it, fires on to first, and there is the first out. Here comes Luis Castillo. He flew out to right in his first at-bat. Let's see, switch, so he'll be batting right. This will be a straight up roll, so Ford in control, 2-8. He will get Castillo to ground out to short. 2 up, 2 down for the catcher, Rodriguez. He flew out to center field in his first at bat, and Ford dealing here in control. Rodriguez gets under one, and he will fly out to shallow left field. And 1-2-3 goes Florida in the top of the third. So Beckett back out to the mound. Trying to keep this a 2-1 game, and he will have his work cut out for him here in the third. Mantle, Berra, Skowron due up for the Yankees. Mantle an RBI single, just missing out on a home run in his first at-bat. But Beckett's going to get the best of him here, and Mantle goes down swinging for the first out, and that is the second K of the evening for young Josh Beckett. Here comes Yogi Berra. Berra reached on a fielder's choice in his first appearance. And Beckett dealing, but he's going to groove one here. And Berra will take that one into, he'll take that one into left field. So an opposite field single for Berra. And they have a runner on with 1 out for Bill Skowron. Skowron an RBI single in his first plate appearance. But Beckett's going to get in on top of him here, and a 1-2 fastball. He'll go down swinging for a strikeout. So Beckett maybe settling in a little bit here. Here comes Eno Slaughter. Slaughter struck out on his first appearance when he had a chance to kind of break the game open if he could have got a hit. But let's see what happens here. 1 on, 2 out, 1-run game. This is going to be straight up roll. Oh, no, sorry. It's going to be -1, but still Slaughter in control. And a 6-8 is a first base plus result. Let's see. This is going to go into center field. Oh boy, and Pierre, he is a fantastic defender, but he has a very, very weak arm. So Berra, he would make it to third because of there being 2 outs. And I think that they are going to send him. Let's see. Because with an arm of 1... yeah, it's a 70% chance that he will make it. So here we go. They're going to send Berra. And here comes a play at the plate. Pierre throws. And he is not going to get him. Berra comes in easily ahead of the throw. And the runner will advance to second base. And yeah, you're right. I probably should have let him score. So there we go. So Berra comes in to score. Slaughter will end up at second on the throw. And now here comes Billy Martin. 3-1 now. Yanks on top. They extend their lead back to 2 runs. Martin did not reach. He hit into a fielder's choice to end the inning in his first at bats. Beckett back in control, and he'll get Martin to fly out to left field, and that will do it. So they do get one run on 2 hits, 1 runner left stranded, and after 3 full, New York is on top 3-1. All right. And let's see. Ian is saying a poise check. Oh, for giving up the 3rd run for Beckett. Oh. You are right. All right, so we will roll that right now, just so I don't forget. And let's see. We get a... Let's see. Oh, I'm assuming it's the bad poise check, so on the right. So, oh boy, yeah, so he is going to be -1. So he'll be down to a 3-2. Oh boy. All right, so that is definitely going to affect him going forward. Might have to go to the pen early. The Marlins do not have a particularly deep bullpen. But they do have a couple good arms in there. All right, so here in the top of the 4th, Ford still dealing here. His only blemish, really, is that solo home run. He'll face Cabrera, Lee, and Lowell here in the 4th inning. Cabrera flew out in his first at-bat. Let's see, this is going to be, it's going to be a +1, but Ford's still going to be in control. A 4-3, he'll get Cabrera to ground out to first. And there's 1 down. Oh, I removed the runner. Here comes Derek Lee. Derek Lee ground out in his first at-bat. Let's see, this is going to be a straight up roll, so Ford in control, and a 7-6. He'll get Lee to fly out to left field, and 2 quick outs for the chairman of the board. Now here comes Mike Lowell, who is responsible for the only run so far of the night for the Fish. A solo bomb back in the 2nd inning. Let's see, but Ford in control, and a 9-2 is going to get Lowell to line out to his counterpart at 3rd for the out. So 3 up, 3 down for Florida, and we will head to the bottom of the 4th. New York still on top, 3-1. And we will have the 8-9-1 batters coming up for the Bronx Bombers. Gil McDougall will lead things off. He is 0 for 1 so far tonight. Let's see. This is a righty on righty. So this is going to be a +1. Oh, so McDougall will win the confrontation, but he will still end up just grounding out to second. So there is 1 down. Base is empty for the 3rd baseman, Andy Carey. Carey 0 for 1 so far tonight. Let's see. This is going to be... See, he is now... Yes. So it's going to be a straight up roll. So he'll be in control. But the batter will be in control. 4-4 will be a ground out to 3rd. So Beckett retires the first 2 batters. Back to the top of the order. Hank Bauer comes up. He has not been retired yet. He has doubled and walked. Let's see. This is going to be straight up roll. So Beckett in control, and a 5-1. He'll get Bauer to ground out to 3rd. And he will get the 1-2-3 inning. Just what the doctor ordered for Florida. So the score stays 3-1 as we head to the 5th inning. And Whitey Ford is indeed dealing just 3 hits, all of them in the 2nd inning. The only run coming on the solo shot from Mike Lowell. All right, so here in the 5th inning, we will have the 7, 8, 9 batters coming up for Florida. The DH Jeff Conine comes in. He singled in his first at bat. This is going to be a -1, so Ford wins control, and a 4-6 is going to be another situation. So back to New Jersey we go. Let's see who it is going to be. A 5-5 is going to be right field. So that is Bauer. And let's see what is going on. Uh-oh, the right fielder and center fielder both give chase after a fly ball. The players converge on the ball without seeing or communicating with the others. The fielders collide as the ball makes its way to the wall. Oh boy, all right. Well, we're not going to have any injuries here for this exhibition, but the batter ends up with a double as Bauer and Mantle collide in right center field. So Conine lucks out there. And the leadoff runner is aboard and in scoring position for Juan Encarnacion. Encarnacion also with a single in his only at-bats and a chance here to drive in a run. Forward from the stretch. Let's see, this is going to be a -1, so Encarnacion in control, but a 2-5 is still going to be a strikeout. So an important first out for Ford. Here comes the shortstop Gonzalez. He flew out to center field in his only at-bats. Ooh, Ford in control, but a 9-9 is going to be a double, and that is going to score the second run. Frank, thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Yes, absolutely. You can catch the replay tomorrow. All right, so we are all knotted, or sorry, we're not knotted up quite yet, but it's a 1-run game as Gonzalez gets an RBI double, a mistake pitch by Ford. All right, so we're back to the top of the order. Juan Pierre is 0 for 2, 2 groundouts. He could tie the game here. See what happens. So this is going to be a -1 to the roll. So Pierre in control. Ooh, and a 9-9 is going to be another double with a chance for him to run to third if he wanted. I don't think he will. Bauer with an arm of 4 in right. That would not be a good time. So he'll just take the RBI double, and just like that, we are knotted up at 3 apiece. 3 doubles in the inning. My goodness. All right. So that means that now Ford will have to make a poise check. And he says, no problem. Go back in the dugout, Skip. I got this. Here comes Luis Castillo. Still only 1 out. The speedy Juan Pierre on at second base. Castillo is 0 for 2. Let's see. This is going to be a straight-up roll. So Ford in control. And a 4-1 is going to be a line out. He will line out to second base. And there are 2 down. Here comes the catcher, Rodriguez. Rodriguez 0 for 2. 2 flyouts. And let's see. Oh, he's going to be in control, but a 5-1 is not going to do it. He is going to fly out again. He'll fly out to center field, and that will do it. But the Fish get 2 runs on 3 hits. All of them doubles. 1 runner stranded, and we will head to the bottom of the 5th, and it's a brand new game, 3-3. All right, so here in the bottom of the 5th, this is most likely going to be the last inning of work for Josh Beckett. They will try to get through this inning, but oh boy, they certainly don't want to go to. I guess they'll get Tim Spooneyberger will start getting warmed up in the pen for Miami. All right. Oh, Adam, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, hopefully we'll still be here when you get back. All right, here we go. Colin steps up. He is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. He wins the advantage here, but I think a 4-8 is not going to do it. No, he will fly out to left field. And there is the first out. Here comes the Mick. Mantle has an RBI single and a strikeout. Oh, let's see. So Beckett now, he is a 2. Oh, so it's going to be a +2. So Mantle gets the advantage. Oh, but a 3-7 will be a flyout. He'll fly out to center field. 2 down. As it looks like the Yanks and Dodgers are tied in Game 5 of the World Series right now. And here comes Yogi. Let's see. He reached on a fielder's choice and singled. Let's see. This is going to be Beckett in control, and a 2-5 is going to be a strikeout. So Beckett does indeed get through the 5th inning. 1, 2, 3. And it stays a tied game as we head to the 6th inning. Let's see. So Whitey Ford with a stamina of 5. So he will have to roll on fatigue as he comes out to start the 5th inning. And he gets a 3, and he is all set. So no change for Ford. Let's see. It's Cabrera, Lee, Lowell due up for Florida here in the 6th inning. Cabrera 0 for 2 on the night. Let's see. Ooh, this is going to be a +1 to the roll. So Cabrera is going to battle it out and get a leadoff single. So his first hit of the night. And the go-ahead run is now on base for Derek Lee. So Ford going to have to work from the stretch. Lee 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. Let's see. Whitey's going to win control here, and a 2-7. Oh, it's going to be a grounder. Let's see. It is a grounder to short, so potential double play here. So McDougald fields it, throws to Martin. And I think that is going to get, that'll get Cabrera at second. And now Martin's throw to first. And they will not turn the double play. Lee legs it out. But they do get the lead runner. So Lee on with a fielder's choice. 1 down now for Mike Lowell. Lowell, that solo home run to start the scoring for Florida back in the 2nd. And then lined out to 3rd in his 2nd at-bat. It's like Effect Games joins us here. Welcome. All right, so here we go. 1 on, 1 out. Tie game here in the 6th. Whitey gets in front of Lowell, and he will get him to fly out to left field for the 2nd out. All right, so now 2 down, 1 on. And here comes the DH, Jeff Conine. Conine has not been retired. He has singled and doubled and scored a run. Let's see how he does here. He's going to be in control, but I don't think a 3-7 is going to do it. No, he will ground to short, and that will do it. So they get the leadoff single, but can't do anything with it. And now we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. And it is still a tie game. All right. So with Beckett here, I think we are going to make the call because it is not going to... Oh, I grabbed the batter stack. So indeed we will see the immortal Tim Spooneybarger come on for Florida. And let's see how he does. So Beckett goes 5 innings, giving up those 3 runs. But he'll leave with a no decision here tonight. All right. So here we go. It'll be Skowron, Slaughter, and Martin coming up for New York. Here is the pitch. Let's see. I'll reset my cheat counters here to keep track of the pitchers' control ratings. Let's see. So righty on righty is going to be a straight up roll. So Skowron will win this one, but a 3-1 is going to be a strikeout. So Skowron goes down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. 1 out, bases empty for Eno Slaughter. Slaughter 1 for 2 with an RBI single. This is going to be a -1. He is in control, but a 6-3, not going to do it. He'll fly out to left field. And there are 2 down. Here comes Billy Martin. Martin is 0 for 2 on the night. And, oh boy, Spooneybarger in control, but a 10-4, good buddy, is going to be a walk. So Martin draws a 2-out walk. The cardinal sin of a 2-out walk. And let's see. Oh, I don't think he's not gonna run on Rodriguez, especially with 2 outs. Here comes the shortstop Gil McDougal. He is 0 for 2 on the night, a line out and a ground out. Let's see, this is gonna be a straight up roll, so he'll be in control, and I think a 4-5 will get out. Yeah, he will hit a grounder to first. Lee picks it up and steps on the bag himself for the out. So no runs, no hits, 1 runner left stranded, and it remains tied as we head to the 7th inning. Oh boy, all right. So we'll have to do another fatigue roll for Ford, who has a just a fantastic chart here, which is what you'd expect with somebody with an endurance of 4. Let's see. Oh, and you know what? I just realized Oh, no, I did roll it last inning. Okay. Let's see. So a 4 is going to be no change. Boy, oh boy. So Ford is, he is feeling his oats here tonight. So he will, he'll stay out there. Let's see. And he is facing the 8-9-1 batters for Florida. Encarnacion steps up. He is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Let's see, this is going to be a -1, so Ford in control, a 2-8, he'll get Encarnacion to ground out, and that will be the first out. Here comes the shortstop Gonzalez. He had an RBI double in his last at-bat. Let's see, this is going to be -1, so he'll be in control, but I think a 6-3 is not going to do it. No, he'll line out right back to the mound, and Ford has it. Heads up play by Ford on the mound there. Comeback shot. Ford easily gloves it, and he'll chuckle with the infield as they throw it around. So now 2 outs, and here comes Juan Pierre back to the top of the order. Pierre with an RBI double on his last at-bat. He is 1 for 3 on the night. Pierre with a 2-1 pitch to hit. but he is going to get in front of it, and he'll ground out to Martin at second, who's up with it and fires on to first for the out. So 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins in the seventh. Boy, fantastic outing by Whitey Ford, but we are knotted up at 3 apiece as we head into the stretch. And I just realized my ukulele is just out of reach. I'll be right back. That's what I get when I clean my room, is nothing's where I remembered it. So here we go. Time to stretch. Sing along at home, if you will. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. So let's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. Or it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. There we go. All right. Thankfully, my ukulele stayed in tune while I banged it around under the table. All right. So we will head to the bottom of the seventh. And oh, thank you, Edward. I'm available for weddings, parties, bar mitzvahs. All right. Let's see. I think we're gonna let Spoony Barger pitch another inning. He does have a pretty good endurance rating for a reliever of 3. Let's see what happens with his fatigue, and indeed he will have no change. So he'll remain a 5-4. 9-1-2 batters due up here for New York. Andy Carey, the third baseman for New York, steps up. He is 0 for 2 on the night. Let's see. That is going to be Spoony Barger in control, and that is going to be a big strikeout. Carey goes down on 3 straight pitches for the K. Back to the top of the order we go. Hank Bauer, he's been all over this game. Starting with a leadoff double back in the top of the first. And then he has walked and ground out. Also had that big collision with Mantle a couple innings ago. All right, let's see what he can do here. Oh boy, let's see. It's a -2, so it's still going to be Bauer in control. And that is back, and gone. Hank Bauer with a blast to straightaway center field. And New York is back on top. 4-3. Oh boy. He got a pitch to hit, and he did not waste it. Kaboom. Oh boy. All right. So Spoony Barger will shake it off, get a new ball. Let's see. I guess we will we'll get Dontrell Willis up in the pen for an emergency if we need somebody to come here in the 7th. Otherwise, Brandon Looper will also get ready. So a righty and lefty in the pen. And Bauer indeed having a good game. That is his 2nd extra base hit. And has given his team the lead here with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Here comes Joe Collins. Collins 1 for 3. He'll fall behind here. But then he's going to draw a very patient walk. And Spoony Barger lost him. There we go. So Tim a little frustrated there because now here comes Mantle with a man on base, and that is not the situation they wanted to have. Yankees have already taken the lead. Mantle is 1 for 3 with an RBI single, a strikeout, and a flyout. Here is, oh boy, and let's see. It's a 4, yeah, so straight up roll. So Barger in control, in a 10-3. Mantle will fly out to right field. And oh boy, that could have been bad. But Mantle just with a warning track power that time. And now here comes Yogi Berra. 2 out, 1 on, 1 run already in. Berra, let's see, he is 1 for 3. And oh dear. Uh-oh. Let's see. So he's a 3 against righties. So it's -1, so he's still in control. And a 9. 9 is gonna be far deep and gone. That one, Berra, he's gonna pull it down the right field line, and it is into the stands. Almost a second decker, a 2-run bomb. And here come the Bombers. Did I forget to get a 6 out? Oh, there we go. And they have extended this now to a 3-run lead. Yogi Berra with a 2-run bomb, and that just may prove to be the game winner right there. Oh, goodness. So, let's see. With Bill Scourin coming up, we'll make the call to the pen, and we'll bring in Brandon Looper. So Spoony Barger almost with some great relief work, but surrendering the long ball here. And indeed, the Yankees doing what they did a lot in the 50s. So Spoony Barger, he will be on the line for the loss. And here comes Looper. He'll try to get this last out of the 7th. Scourin steps in. He is 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Oh boy, he's gonna get a pitch to hit. Oh, it's a potential error. All right, so let's see what the result is. A 9-2. Oh boy, it's gonna be a pop-up. It's a pop-up to short. So we'll look at Alex Gonzalez's chart here. So an infield pop-up, but it's going to drift a little bit on him, and he's back on the outfield grass. Oh, but he does manage to stick with it and reaches out at the last second to snag it. That would have been a terrible error, but Gonzalez sticks with it, and a very good fielding shortstop there, so that will do it here for the 7th. But the Yanks get 3 runs on 2 hits, nobody left on, and we will head to the 8th inning with the Yankees on top, 6-3. So we'll let Whitey Ford stay out there. He does have to roll another fatigue roll. Gets an 8, so he is going to lose 1. So he'll be down to a 4-3. But still pitching well. Let's see what happens here in the top of the 8th. All right, Luis Castillo going to lead things off. He is 0 for 3 on the day, and now he's going to be 0 for 4 as he is going to strike out. And boy, Whitey Ford, he is dealing. When it's a big game, probably not too many other pitchers in history that you'd want on the mound for you than Whitey Ford. Let's see. This is going to be 3-3, so straight up roll. Rodriguez in control, but a 3-10 will be a flyout. Flyout to left field rather. And there are 2 quick outs. Here comes Miguel Cabrera. Cabrera is 1 for 3 with a single. Let's see. And he hits lefties very well. So this is actually going to be a +2. So he is definitely in control. And a 9. Oh, a 9-10 is actually a triple instead of a home run. Oh boy. So, Cabrera just misses out on a home run, but he does get a triple. All right, so that'll bring up Derek Lee. Lee is 0 for 3 on the night, and boy, oh boy, this would be a good time for him to snap out of this. Can Ford get through the 8th inning? I don't think he will. He is in control, but a 9-7 is going to be a single, and that will bring in the 4th run of the night. Derek Lee with a clutch RBI single here in the top of the 8th to make it a 2-run game. And that is probably going to do it for Ford. Let's see. And with a right-hander coming up, they are going to go to, let's see, I guess they would go to Bob Grimm. Looks like he's their best pitcher against righties. And probably their best reliever here, actually. So, not your typical modern day reliever, as he has a stamina of 3. So a fantastic outing by Ford, but just couldn't quite get through the 8th inning here. So he will go 7 2/3. Is responsible for all 4 runs, including the runner at first. And here comes Bob Grimm to try to get the 4-out save. All right, and so here comes Mike Lowell. Lowell is 1 for 3. Had that solo bomb to get the scoring started for Florida back in the 2nd, and then has not gotten on base since. And he is not going to get on base here, as Grimm going to overpower him, and Lowell with a weak grounder to 3rd, and that will do it. So that will strand the runner at first. All right, but they do get 1 run in to make it 6-4, and we will head to the bottom of the 8th. Yanks may be looking for some insurance, and we're going to bring the D-Train Dontrell Willis in to face Eno Slaughter, and we'll probably let him stay in if somehow we do get to the bottom of the 9th. But right now, they just need to keep it a 2-run game. All right, so Eno Slaughter, he is 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Here is the pitch. Oh boy. And Slaughter going to be in control. But a 6-9 is going to be a single. So leadoff single for Eno Slaughter. His 2nd hit of the night. And here comes Billy Martin. Billy Martin, he has, let's see, hit into a fielder's choice, flown out, and walked. Also had a couple of good plays out in the field. Oh, but Dontrell Willis is going to give him that big looping curve, and Martin goes fishing and comes up with nothing for the strikeout. 1 out, 1 on. 2-run game here in the bottom of the 8th. Here comes Gil McDougald. McDougald 0 for 3. Willis looking for a ground out to get out of this inning. Let's see. This is a lefty on righty. So +1. It's still going to be Willis in control. And an 8-2. This is going to be a fly out. So McDougald flies out to left field. The runner at first will hold. 2 down For the third baseman, Andy Carey. Andy Carey, 0 for 3 on the day. Willis kicks, delivers. Oh, Carey's going to get a pitch to hit, but cannot come up with it, and he is going to strike out. So, Dontrelle Willis able to pitch around that leadoff single. Keeps it a 2-run game, but the Marlins are running out of outs as they will be down to their final 3. Bob Grimm will look to lock down this game, and he'll be facing the bottom third of the order. And Jeff Conine leading things off. So Jeff Conine has had himself a good night. He is 2 for 3 with a single and a double and a run scored. Bob Grimm, oh no, his stamina is 3, so he does not need to make a fatigue check. So here we go. And he will be in control. Oh, but he's going to leave one over the plate, and Conine is going to deliver an opposite field hit. So there we go. So the tying run will come to the plate. Juan Encarnacion, so not an easy out here. No easy outs really throughout these any of these lineups. Let's see, Encarnacion, he is 1 for 3 with a single, a strikeout, and a ground out. Let's see, this is going to be a straight up roll. So Grimm wins the advantage, and we are going to have another situation, 3 situation rolls in a game. I seem to get a lot of these when I play this game live. All right, let's see what happens. 8-7. It's going to be the first baseman. So Collins, a play over at first. And let's see what happens. A 3. First baseman dives for a liner, hit by the batter to the right side. Let's see if his defense is 4. Let's see, defense rating plus the roll is less than 5. The batter is out on a line out 3. Oh boy. All right. So here is the roll, and yes, indeed, Collins is gonna dive, and he is out. So a fantastic highlight reel grab by Collins at first base for the first out. And Encarnacion is just going to shake his head. My goodness. That's why he's at first, and Skowron is doing the DH, I guess. All right. So here comes the shortstop, Gonzalez. Gonzalez is, he is 1 for 3. He had an RBI double. Is lined out and flown out. Miami running out of plays here. Or running out of outs. Let's see. This is going to be Grimm in control. Ooh, but a 9-8 is going to be a single. So hold on, folks. As Gonzalez gets a single into left field. So Conine not going anywhere except second base. And here we go. So the tying runs are aboard, and Juan Pierre steps in, representing the go-ahead run. My goodness. So Ugueth Urbina will start warming up in the pen for the Marlins, just in case. But 1 out. Grimm just a ground out away from getting out of this. And does not have an easy task with Juan Pierre coming up. Although Pierre is 1 for 4 on the day with an RBI double. Let's see what he can do here. Oh boy. Grimm is going to be in control. And a 1-9. Oh, it's going to be a pop-up. Let's see. So he pops up. Pops out to shallow right field. Oh, that's too bad. So Skowron will come on and grab that for a big out number 2. All right, so the crowd on its feet as Luis Castillo steps up to the plate. Castillo 0 for 4 Grimm gets the sign from Berra. Nods. Comes up in the stretch, checks the runners, kicks, deals. Oh, and I think that is going to do it. There is a ground ball to first. Collins is up with it, runs to the bag, and he will win the foot race. And that will do it. The Yankees hold on for an exciting 6-4 win over Florida. Whitey Ford gets the win. Bob Grimm will get the save. And Spoonenberger will take the loss for Florida. And oh boy, that was a pretty exciting game. I like that when it comes down to always exciting when it comes down to the last batter. So there we go. So once again, guys, this set is for sale right now. You can click on the link down in the show notes to pick this up, as well as the Best of the Best Volume 8. Also out for sale right now. So thank you to Ian for sending me this set to showcase here. A lot of fun. And congratulations again on another successful set. I think people are going to have a lot of fun with these games. So there we go. That's it for now, guys. I hope you can join me on Friday night after your candy hangover. And we'll have week 6 of our season on the edge with the New England Minutemen from the Football America fictional set. So good way to wrap up your week before we head into the daylight savings weekend. So until next time, my name's Steve. Get out there, have fun, play games, and I will see you after further review. Have a good night, everybody.